second installment of the Back to the Future threesome with the supernatural Saegook Goo Family book. This month starts off with the bang! Bang! You got the magical, mysterious Jiri-san's Moonlit Garden, where the Korean James Earl Jones's voice tells us normal people can't go. There on the mountain, in the garden, lives the guardian spirit Wolrung, played by Chae-jin-hyuk. The special effects of the magical Wolrung are great, and you can tell that they put a lot of money into getting the special effects just right. And then sauntering around the mountain is drawn by some percussion music to a Jiseng house. Cut to the Jiseng house where we see the drum dance. The song doesn't quite match up with the visuals, but the whole thing is gorge and shows off one of my favorite aspects of old Korean culture, which is that music is a show in itself. The Jiseng Madam's drum dance is fantastic and much more appealing than her harsh voice. It's also a great example of just how rich and colorful this drama will be. Just after the music finishes, a dead nobleman's children and their servant girl are brought to the house. Ian Hee's character Yoon So-hwa saw her father killed by his friend right in front of her. And now she's being sold into the house of highly trained prostitute artists so that the bastard can sleep with her. But she refuses to become a prostitute. So she's punished by being stripped down to her undergarments, which leave everything to the imagination. Seriously, I know it's historical drama, but I did giggle a bit considering she may have boobs under that top, but you can't even see any cleavage. Then she's tied to a tree without food or water until she gives in. Or she gets pelted by the villagers' fruit until she bleeds. Personally, I think that the worst part of this whole thing would be, where do you go to the bathroom? Wolrung sees her in her misery and falls in love, though he can't interfere. Girl's got 5 days to sleep with her father's murderer or somebody's gonna die. After 3 days of being posted, she passes out and is carried into the Jiseng's house, where she gives into her fate with the threat of her brother being beaten to death in front of her, and allows herself to get tattooed and cleaned up. Artistic freedom here. It's unlikely that a Jiseng would have to be tattooed, but the handbook is pretty. Finding out who she's destined to sleep with, the brother and the servant girl plot to switch the girls so that the lady won't be defiled or commit suicide from shame. The brother and sister run away deep into the woods while the servant girl is raped, and the only one that survives is the lady. She's saved by Wolrung, who uses his powers to scare off those that are chasing her. And then he takes her off to a sweet candlelit crib with the blue dancing fairy lights and declares his love wanting to find the Goo Family book and become human. And of course, she succumbs to his first date charms. There's something about those first dates, let me tell you. I'd like to think that their love is pure and perfect, but if she runs away, she dies, and the servant girl got raped, and her brother died, and it's just... it's tragic. Oh, the emotion that they draw out of me. Also, in the first episode, we don't even see Suzy or Lee Seung-gi, and they were the things that draw people to watch the drama in the first place. But overlooking all of that, it's still okay because it's a pretty fantastic beginning that got me all riled up to watch what I think is the historical drama to see this spring. In last week's Toad question, I asked you, what do you think of Kim Tae-hee in a historical drama? Do you think she nailed it, or should she stick to more modern day dramas? And I tallied the votes, and the votes said that you like her regardless of genre. So Kim Tae-hee, you go girl. For this week's TGQ, who's the better Go-miho? Chae-jin-hyuk or Lee Seung-gi? Leave your magical answers in the comments and I'll let you know next week who's the foxier man. From here on out, when I'm watching the first episode of dramas that I'll be reviewing for Toad, I plan on tweeting furiously while I watch. So hit me up on Twitter if you'd like to see my gut reaction to dramas, and tweet at me, I tweet back. Also check me out on Facebook, Instagram, like this video, favorite this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for awesome drama videos every single week. Ribbit, ribbit.